Welcome to the Metal Voice. My God, who do we have today? The one, the only, Mille Petrozza. It's Italian, isn't it?
Yeah, Italian.
Both your parents were Italian?
My father was.
Oh, your father was, okay. Born German, but your father is Italian,
It is
right?
Italian, yeah.
All right, right off the bat, Gods of Violence, an incredible album, brutal, melodic, and thrash. Tell me, what are your influences in regards to brutal, what your influences are in regards to thrash, and what your influences are in regards to melodic?
That's a tough one, man. I mean, it's all in there. It's all in me. You know, I was raised when I was a kid. I was listening to a lot of like Judas Priest, Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
Later on, I got into Venom. You know, all the old school stuff. Merciful Fate. A lot of Merciful Fate.
Would that be in the melodic or brutal? What would that? So what would be the thrash? What would be the thrash? What would be the melodic? And what would be the brutal? Would it be melodic like the Beatles?
Anything from the Beatles to Lana Del Rey to anything, Kate Bush. You know, I listen to everything, all kinds of music, and I don't know if that was a direct influence to the music. I think it's just how do I put this? I don't really think about it, really. I mean, when I write an album, it's almost like it's very like spontaneous.
I hear you.
It's very intuitive, and I'm like really like focusing on what's coming out, and then don't think about what it's influenced by. You know what?
But there is three components there, and you are influenced by different areas.
What I try to do is, I try, you know, since I absorb a lot of music, I try not to sound like anyone else, and so rather than being influenced, I try to filter the riffs that I write in the category of whether or not they sound like somebody else.
I hear you.
So that's more like a negative, like you get rid of things rather than put in things where you go like, I want to write a part that sounds like Thin Lizzy or something. If I hear it and it sounds like some other band, I would go like, no. Yeah. And then I would write it to make it sound like Kreator. So that's maybe the way that I write. So I can't not answer this question precisely.
I think you did. You know, so I'm watching TV and I'm watching this whole Syrian war unfold, right? And I can't help to think when I put on your album the next day, I go, it's like the soundtrack to the Syrian war.
Which is sad, and I
And I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in it's a reflection of humanity, right? And how.
Yeah, but it's not. It's very easy if you open your eyes, you can see it all. It's all right there, every day, every time, all the time, and so it's nothing that I do like that. Again, I don't think about these things. I write about stuff that just moves me from the inside, and every time I have my lyrics done at the end of the day, like mostly like 5 minutes before I record them, the final version, I can see what like you said, I can see it mirroring reality.
Yeah.
And it's just I mean, it's probably like that with a lot of bands that don't sing about personal emotions like love or you know, like there's a lot of bands or a lot of artists that write more personal stuff, and I don't really write. I mean, I do write personal stuff, but it's very hidden. So I guess if you write like, if you try to come up, it's that, like I said, I avoid current events to pop up in my lyrics, like saying names or saying mentioning places where something takes place or attacking certain people in my lyrics. I just try to keep it more general, and maybe that's why you could take this as the soundtrack for, like, Gods of Violence as the soundtrack to the Syrian war, whereas you could have taken Phantom Antichrist to the soundtrack of whatever was going on back then, you know. So it's just a thing of it's just a matter of like, all my lyrics are reflected by stuff that's actually happening or influenced, but I don't really want to mention it. So
no, it's good. Yeah.
It's hard for me to talk about lyrics.
I think you're doing a good job. Don't worry about it. You're doing a good job. I got some fan questions. You want to go? We'll go through them quickly. Okay, you ready? Tommy wants to know, what is your opinion of the album Endorama, sorry. It's my favorite.
His favorite.
His favorite, Tommy.
Tommy, thank you. I like it as well. It's a different album. It's a little bit of a different approach. Some people said that it should have come out under the name Kreator. I think it should have. And so yeah, thank you for the nice words about Endorama. I like it as well.
Okay, here we go. Paul, will you ever play Renewal and Cause for Conflict live again?
The songs?
The albums.
The albums.
And a lot of material from the albums. That's what I'm assuming.
We just did Renewal. We here and there the title track pops up. For some reason we don't play so many songs of Cause of Conflict, because the album was, there's some bad memories around that album, and so maybe that's one that we should re-record one day, maybe. But then again, it's over.
Mark, he wants to know, did you feel any pressure in the 90s to sort of fit with the 90s sort of industrial sound?
It's not that we felt any pressure. It's just the general vibe was a different one. So we were in a mindset where we wanted to experiment with different sounds, because it was an exciting time.
Sure.
And there was exciting new technology. And when you're a musician, you want to experience that. So that is the reason why we experimented with all these new technologies, even though it was in a very primitive way, because we came from a different era of music. We didn't really know too much about electronic music, even though we come from a country that brought out bands like Kraftwerk, and but we never really went into this direction so much before it was also accessible for us and also possible for us to experiment with these.
Let me ask you a question. How did your English? How did you become so proficient in English?
Oh, come on.
The Simpsons.
The thing is, in Germany, it's of course school first, but that's very, very basic, and I guess traveling.
I got to say, because I think there are people with first languages in English, they can't get as deep as you can.
Oh, thank you.
And even though I speak a few languages
you
too.
say so many nice things to me today.
I'm not just saying that either. I'm not just saying that. Jose wants to know, if you were stranded on an island and you could only bring one album with you, what would it be?
That's a tough one.
One album.
Can it be a sampler of
Could be anything you want. Anything. Well, I need an album.
An album, by one band.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe I would take. Oh man, I want for the island.
Maiden. Which album from Maiden?
Killers, maybe.
Killers. All right, it's cool. Patrick wants to know. This is a Canadian question. Is the Teutonic 4 bands ever going to come to Canada? And I know what the answer is going to be. It's not up to you.
It's not up to me.
Do you ever foresee some sort of Canadian sort of Teutonic attack?
That would be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would be great.
I would be in it.
Yeah. Francisco, will Kreator come to South America, Chile?
Yes.
All right, good. We know. Okay, good. What do you think of American politics and Trump in Syria? I think we've pretty much covered all that.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about these evil people, man. It's this is too much negativity,
Mark, how long did it take you to become proficient in your rhythm guitar playing?
Oh, that's a good one. I'm still learning.
Yeah.
It depends on the time of the day, and it depends on. I'm not as perfect as it might sound. I can be very sloppy if I have a bad day. So I'm constantly learning, and I would never say that. Once you say you're perfect, then it's over, because you lose you don't want to be. I mean, if you say, okay, this is it, I'm perfect, and I'm that's it, then you're done.
Last question. I know you got to get to your gig. I mean, okay, you've done it all. I don't think you could get further, in music, in melodic and thrash and melody, than the last album, Gods of Violence. One of the best albums of the year, by the way.
Thank you.
What on earth are you gonna do next?
That's a good question, man. You know what I'm gonna do next? After this tour, I'm gonna take 6 weeks off and do nothing. Oh, I'm lying to you, because we have a TV show coming up in Germany.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, just one song. But other than that, I don't want to too much. Really. I want to too much.
Yeah.
6 weeks of doing nothing. And you mean like the next album we're gonna do?
The sound. I mean, are you going to bring in? Okay, you brought in the orchestras this time. What's left? What's left?
We might use a different. You know, for me the journey is never ending until the day that I die, because I think it's still exciting. Maybe we should work with a different producer. Maybe we go to a different country to record the album. Maybe we write an album that's, you know, more metal or full-on thrash metal, whatever, you know, whatever comes up, whatever we feel. That's
I hear you.
First and foremost, that's the most important thing. If you feel like coming up with, you know, time will tell, really.
All right, good. Well, that's it. There you go. Gods of Violence. Pick it up. Mille Petrozza.
Petrozza.
Petrozza from Kreator, the one, the only, on the Metal Voice.